Today is 26 May 2017, the second episode of English practice, another 20 minutes. Perhaps I should add some background music just to try to make my audio file not so boring. And I feel that maybe my voice is a bit monotone and may not be able to make all the audience concentrate on what I'm trying to say. Actually, I just fly from a place to another place in the world in a so-called long-distance flight. When people mention about long-distance flight, actually, how long the distance a flight should be categorized under a long-distance flight. 1000 km, 2000 km or more, or only those transcontinental flight should be categorized as long distance flight. Okay, for me, this so-called long distance flight is about 5,000 to 6,000 kilometer. I transfer in Middle East and then I catch another flight for a straight 9-hour direct flight to the destinations. It was not long distance flight like this, but flying in long distance flight, it can be tiring because if you are seated in economical class, the seat is not as comfortable as those seat in business class, unless you find a way to relax yourself or find a way to sleep. If not, you will not have a proper rest. Okay, even some of my colleagues, they can sleep the whole 9 hour. Every day, they can somehow fully utilize all the times on board the airplane. And this guy told me a trick. Okay, his trick is that don't eat anything provided on board. The first thing you need to do when you go on board is that show the air stewardess your privilege class. You are silver class or platinum class, that you will be better. And then ask for a cocktail. It can be bloody margarita or even a glass of vodka with orange juice mix. And then after having that drink, you can fall asleep very fast. And then for the following 8 to 9 hours, you will be in unconscious states. But I bet this trick, not all people can use this trick. Some other colleagues I talk to, they prefer to spend their time watching some movies. If they really want to sleep, they will pick some boring movies. Especially are those movies in language that you cannot understand and don't even have English subtitle, and you don't even know what the storyline is. Okay, you just want something to make yourself feel bored so that you can fall asleep as soon as possible. Some other colleagues have their very own way of killing time on board, as they are light sleeper, and a single shake of chair will wake them up. If they are seated, will wake them up. If they are seated close to the walkway, if there are someone pass through the walkway, he will be wake up by this slight movement or even the vibrations of the floor. Him sleeping on board is really a big issue. So far, he told me that he hate travel in airplane, especially a long distance flight, which take about 5 or 6 hours, that need him to spend the night on the airplane. For those short distance flight, 2 or 3 hours are still okay, because a movie or two can help him to kill the time as much as he wants. Okay, perhaps this is my last long distance flight for this year, and for the following months, I don't see any possibility for me to travel on any long distance flight. My friend just applied himself a silver member card, because he earned a lot of miles for traveling so many times on long distance flight. But I think that all his miles is going to waste, as just like him, just like me, he's going nowhere this year. I'm wondering how people do, what people what usually people do when they are on a long distance flight. I see some people before they board an aircraft, they will go to toilet and change their clothes, wearing their most comfortable pajamas, uh, and try to make the airplane seat like their bath, so that they can familiarize themselves to the place, to the seat that they are going to spend one night. Okay, maybe next time I should bring my pajamas, so that I can sleep better on the airplane. But for me, the seat might be too tight, especially when there is someone who sit next to you and on the handle, and because of this, you have lesser space to stretch your hands or limbs. Actually, I think uh, it's very much depends on the person that sit next to you, your comfort for air traveling. For me, I usually is next to a walkway, because for me it's easier, and I can go to toilet anytime I want, without need to waking up someone who is sleeping. And yeah, and food as fast as I can. On my long distance flight yesterday, I watched a movie on board, and there were so many movies to choose from. There were so many movies to choose from. And after some recommendations from my colleague, I watched a movie called Lion. It's a Hollywood movie, I guess, but the producer, I'm not sure whether the producers, but the storyline is quite good. It's based on a real story. It's about an Indian boy who lose his way home, and that's why he was sent to somewhere, and the people they try to help him to search for his parents, but in vain. And finally, a couple from Tasmania adopt the boy, and the boy boy, and the boy was sent to Australia, and he grew up with the families there. And after 25 years or something, the boy suddenly feel an urge to to search, and based on the memory that he have, some image about train stations, and also some scientific assumptions with the technology. The Google Earth was used to find the train station where he lose contact with his brother. With his brother, and the story was something like this. And I think the guy, the main character, and use so much time to filter one train station by train station. Imagine 1,500 kilometer from Kolkata, West Bengal. There will be like millions of train stations, and if you need to filter one by one, it would take years. But I should say, luckily or fortunately, he found the stations. And after that, he went back to India. And based on his memory, he walked back to his home. And the story reached climax when he walked into the house where he used. But the house was clearly no one stayed there anymore, and the house was converted to a stable. But at this time, there was this old guy brought this young guy brought this young guy uh, to his mom, and this is how this young guy managed to go back uh, to his home after 25 years. Just now, actually, I just spent a few minutes try to find out this play called Ganesh Talai. It's in Madhya Pradesh. Yeah, it's really very far from Kolkata. I never travel like this before. Even I have been to India and travel on sleeper class, but I think if you travel on a plane alone and you lose contact with your family members, the experience must be really sad. Anyway, the movie is a good one, and the movie was nominated for some academic award. I don't think the movie was awarded the award, but the storylines was really good. If any of you have some time to kill, have a look on the movie. And then also recently, thinking that my English is not that good and I don't have new vocabulary, so try to watch some TEF video, trying to get some inspirations and new ideas. And just now I just watched a TEF video talking about a group of people called Originals. Okay, I I don't know what original is before I watch this movie. And okay, in simple books, we have someone called procrastinator, and you have something called precastinator, and original should be somewhere in between these two group. So psychology study, originals tend to be successful in their life in comparison to other type of people, if my understanding is correct. So Okay, how can we become originals? Okay, there are some recommendations from the video, and one of it, when you are given a special time limitations to complete a task, don't be a panic master and start the task as soon as you get the questions to do it. And also don't be a last minute player who do the things last minute. And the best recommendation is that after you get the task, you try to procrastinate it a bit, so that even you procrastinate the work a bit, actually uh, the task is still running in the background, your mind is still thinking of it, and actually you are allowed your mind to work on this idea for a longer period of time, and because of this you are open to a wider range of creativity and also uh, diversity. Is a is something I mentioned in the movie. Is something mentioned in the sharing, and I think it perhaps true. Perhaps I should try to apply it somewhere in my life and see what is the consequences. What are the consequences are? What are the consequences? It may be helpful, and procrastinations. There are also uh, there are also some good ideas in the videos. For example, if you want to generate a good ideas, you must keep on trying. Uh, Most of the time, you are generate bad ideas. Uh, the number of idea generated is somehow proportionate to the quality of the idea. Okay, it's undeniable that there are some really talented people. They can generate a really creative idea uh, after trying a few times. But if you are generating a better idea based on the wrong idea, actually you are improving yourself. Just like I was sharing, the first mover of a certain industry is usually fear compared to the improver. For example, Facebook. Before Facebook, we have Friendster and MySpace, and also like Google. Google, we have many browser companies, but why Google is the biggest search machine nowadays? Sure, I'm sure that there are some reasons behind. So one of the reason can be uh, is better improve, or it's better to improve and make something better instead of starting from scratch. Yes, improving is always easier as compared to working from scratch. So if you really cannot think of a really good idea, you can just pick one and improve from the idea. And I believe that with this, at least you can learn some things, learn how to improve. And starting from scratch is too difficult, I guess. Considering the capability, the limitations of time, and also uh, the things that you have in your hands. It's always good to improve an idea, and also don't afraid to speed up. And because I think that many people, including me, I guess, prefer to stay silent. Even most of the time, we have a really good. We just want to stay silent because we don't because we afraid that the idea that we are going to share may embarrass ourselves, and that's why we refrain from sharing the idea with others. Okay, Perhaps next time I have a good idea in my mind, I should share it out. Even the idea is not that good. Uh, Even somebody will criticize me on the practicability of my idea, but their criticize will somehow help in a virtuous cycle. My ideas is getting better and better. So why not just give it a try? That's all for today. Thank you.